Hey everyone, this is YGOH Budget Hub, and this is the first video on this channel. So I'll give you guys kind of a little introduction as to why or what this channel is exactly. So this channel is going to be dedicated to budget decks. This is not my primary channel. My primary channel, if you guys want to check it out, is Team Yugi Fails, no spaces. That's where I display most of my competitive and most used decks with the more expensive cards in them. Whereas this channel is going to be a guide to help players put together a deck for $100 or less. That does not include the price of sleeves or a deck box. It's literally just $100 or less for the main and extra deck, or main and side deck, or all three, who knows. But I think the primary focus is going to be main and extra deck, and then the side deck is kind of up to you guys on whether you want to do anything with that. But basically we're going to be showcasing today an ABC deck that you can play for $100 roughly, somewhere roughly in the 90s for price value. So that's not too bad. It's not super expensive, which is a good thing, and it does still provide some really good plays and the ability to just kind of take your opponent for a ride, to say the least. But let's take a look, and I'll show you guys the deck. So for the pieces, we play 2A, 3B, and 2C. That's all the pieces that you need. Then we play 3 gold gadget and 2 silver gadget. These just help you make your combos a lot easier, so you need 3 of each of those. Then in this list, I play 1 Destrudo, 1 Dark Worm, and 1 Mare. Now, in my regular ABC list, I would not be playing these. However, seeing this is a budget list, we have to kind of make things work. So I opted to give myself basically a level 7 synchro package that can really combo off and beat my opponent down. Then for the hand trap, so we just play 3 Effect Veiler. It's the cheapest hand trap. You can get them for like $2 on TCG Player each, so it's definitely worth it. Then moving on to the spells, we play 3 Union Hanger with 2 Dragon's Ravine for the Dark Worm and the Destrudo. Then we play 3 Terraforming to search our field spells, and we play 1 set rotation. That way we can give our opponent a Dragon's Ravine, which they obviously won't need. Then we play 2 Called by the Grave. We still want to go first with this deck, but like there are going to be times, there are going to be times where this is possible and this isn't. Like whether you go first or second, it's still going to be good regardless if your opponent tries to hand trap you. But obviously there are some scenarios in which this card is better, like when you go first instead of going second. But that just kind of depends on how you win with the roll or lose the roll. Then for draw cards, we play 1 Desires and 1 Upstart Goblin. That's fairly basic. Just gives you what you need. 1 Soul Charge and 1 Monster Reborn. Being able to bring your stuff back is fairly important. That's the spell cards, though. We'll move on to the traps. We have 3 Torrential Tribute, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 1 Skill Drain. So obviously one thing that I do have to say before I continue is that this is taking into consideration that you are using the lowest rarity cards possible for this whole deck. It's not you using a bunch of high rarity, super expensive cards. You're using the lowest rarity possible to build a deck for $100 or less. So when you see the ultimate rare Solemn Warning and secret rare Solemn Judgment, just know that it's because I have them. It's not because you need to use them. Just use the commons and you'll be fine. But that's the main deck. We will move on to the extra deck now. So for the rank 4s, we play 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Bujinte Tsukiyomi, 1 Castell, 1 Diamond Direwolf, and 1 Baguska. This is all fairly simple stuff. I mean, these are really good rank 4s. Probably 5 of the best. Well, I mean, 4 of the best. The Tsukiyomi is just good in this deck. But they're all around really good cards to have in here. Then for the synchros, we do play 1 Black Rose and 1 Yazi. So the play is that you make the Yazi, you pop one of your opponent's cards, you special the Mare, you use Mare's effect, and then you drop its level, and then you synchro the token and the Mare to make Black Rose, and you can blow up the field. That's basically the quick rundown. Then we play, of course, 3 Buster Dragon, or Dragon Buster. That's fairly obvious. And then the Link monsters, we play 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Cleafort Genius, 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Akashic Magician, and 1 Decode Talker. So this is all just really good to have. All these cards are just super solid choices. They give you the ability to make your boards turn one. And like the other thing that you could do, if you want to save yourself a little bit of money and then it'll drop it down a bit, you can pull an Akashic Magician and then play a second Decode Talker, which isn't a terrible idea. You could do that. I just play this because you play so many machines. It's fairly easy to make it, and it can get you out of some jams, which is always a good thing. But that is the extra deck. So that would conclude the ABC deck that I have for the under $100 deck list. It's a very fun, easy deck to play. It cuts your opponent off fairly quickly, which obviously is something that you're going to look for, is something that can cut your opponent off. It can go first or second, which is another benefit too, because not many decks can do that right now. Going first or second is definitely something that you want to be able to do, so utilize that to the best of your ability. But like I said, that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. And for future reference, I will be having some guest uploads on here in which they will be, showcasing the decks that they built for under $100 or $100 exact or less, and just kind of tell you why they're playing it. They're going to be a little educational and teach you guys the basics of how to really just play the deck that they have put together, and they'll probably make some neat plays, and just it'll be informative and you guys will enjoy it. But this is YGOBudgetHub now, signing out.